What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out Lineal Boxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic. He even tell you about, I mean look, he got the best looking guy ever boxed, the best fighter power ever, right here.
Steve Bertie, Lineal Boxing TV, joined by the MC of Contenders Fight Night. Firstly, how are you? Can you introduce yourself?
I'm great, my name's Waterman. You probably usually see me as a referee, but tonight I've changed roles and I'll be MCing the show.
MCing the show. What's your catchphrase?
My catchphrase normally is get ready for war.
Get ready for war.
Because you know, when you're in that ring, it's a battle arena, two warriors, and they are going to war. If you've never fought, if you've never made that walk to the ring or cage, you don't know the feeling. It is like being an ancient gladiator, stripped of everything, a pair of shorts, and all you've got is those gloves as your tools. And you are a warrior going to war.
You said something lovely in the fight previews, that saying to the guys before you give them the rules and instructions, everyone that's stepping into this ring, irrelevant to what happens, is a winner. And that's so true, isn't it?
Listen, you know, there's no losers. Some days you win, some days you learn. You know, some of the guys here tonight, it's their debut, so they're testing themselves. Maybe they think they're fighters, maybe they're not. They trained in the gym. You don't know the... I mean, I've got a saying that if this was mixed martial arts, the bullshit stops when the cage door locks.
Yeah.
But it's the same here. Once you step through those ropes, you know, none of the smack talk counts. If you put the work in, train hard, fight easy. Well, train hard, fight hard is probably more realistic. But if you're making your debut, you don't know what it's like to get smashed in the face for real in front of a crowd. There is a huge fear factor here. The psychological battle these guys are having right now in the change rooms with themselves is you can't believe it. None of them will admit it, especially the tough guys with all their tattoos, walk around the streets, you know, they're the man. Once you get in there, it's the loneliest place in the world. Yeah. You know, and anything can happen. If you haven't got your hands up, you're going to sleep. It's a crazy business.
I think Mike Tyson said it best when he said everyone's got a plan till they get smacked in the face.
Exactly. Well, you know, that's a military saying. Yeah. Every plan goes to pieces when you get the first contact. Yeah. And it's the same in here. You can have a game plan. You have got to have a 3-second plan. What happens when the bell goes to when you step foot into the middle of that ring and try and take control, but your opponent's doing the same thing. And once you get smacked in the chops, trying to keep your composure, listen to your corner, there's so many things happening.
Absolutely. How much do you enjoy the comparing as opposed to refereeing?
Well, the refereeing's a very, very serious job. I'm a clown, I'm a joker. You see me outside the ring, I'm joking, laughing, taking the mick out of people all the time. Once I step in there and I'm doing that job, it's one of the only things I find. I'm an adrenaline junkie and I can only focus on things when it's really intense. But a referee isn't just someone who starts and stops fights. He's on occasion saving lives.
Yeah.
So it's that serious. And these youngsters, it isn't just a matter of their safety, it's also you're managing some of their psychology for the rest of their lives. You know, if a fight goes...
So that's a life in it, boxing?
Yeah. It's character building or character destroying.
Yeah.
Or maybe not character building, but character revealing. Because you've all got that inside you before you come here. But a referee's job is far more important than just starting and stopping a fight. So, fun. I've enjoyed refereeing. I've been doing it for the last 20 years. I referee the UFC still. It's fantastic stepping into those huge stages with the best athletes in the world. But I have to say that MCing probably suits my personality a bit better. This is quite a small venue, and I'll be giving it some welly tonight. But what makes it more enjoyable is Pete's doing this for a really good cause as well, the Kingsway School. You know, if I'm honest, I was a bit of a scallywag when I was younger. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means to me that perhaps state schooling and that brainwashing way of education doesn't suit everyone. Yeah. Now, taking someone with that much energy who looks like he's rebelling, but maybe just doesn't conform with that way of teaching, doing something like boxing, combat sports, having a role model like Pete, you know, a father figure. I never had a dad. go to a gym, there's some guy there, you know, you want to use as a role model, look up to. It's learning, it's progressive. If you make a mistake, you get punished in a good way. It has such a positive effect on these guys, but all that combined makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah.
If you see where I'm coming from.
100%. I think Pete's proved that as well. Some of the success he's had with a couple of these guys from Kingsway.
Yeah.
A couple of them running the corner tonight, helping him out. Teachers are gobsmacked, said they would never got that out of these guys, channeling their passion.
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of do-gooders who like to ban boxing, ban MMA. They really can't see the peripheral benefits. What do they want? Let's kill all the gyms off and put all these working class kids out onto the streets. There's a drugs epidemic happening across the whole of the world. You know, you've only got to go to the pubs and clubs to see that. Training, sport and performance-related activities keeps these kids away from smoking, drinking and taking drugs.
Yeah. They
want to do something positive. To improve, you've got to live clean, eat clean, learn about nutrition, learn about physiology. You know, not everyone's an academic. We'd all love to be superhuman athletes and super brain boxes. Life isn't like that, you know. We're all designed in different ways. We all come from different backgrounds, and this could be the start of some future superstars' career. You know, Conor McGregor, he's popping up everywhere. You know, we can't do an interview without mentioning him. But look at his story.
Yeah.
He was a plumber. He was on benefits
with a dream.
Yeah, he didn't have a dream. He had a plan.
Had a plan.
Don't call it a dream. Call it a plan.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about it when you're in bed and start waking up and doing something. And that's the difference between a successful people and dreamers. There's nothing more abundant. So Chris Eubank said, there's nothing more abundant than unsuccessful geniuses, because some people, a fool who does something is of much more use than a genius who does nothing. So you don't have to be super gifted, you've just got to work hard and be determined.
Brilliant.
We could go on and on all night.
Of course. Just finishing off from there, what advice would you give to anyone, people coming down, watching their friends, thinking, could I do it? What advice would you give to them?
Right, listen, we all would love, all men and women nowadays, we'll watch a fight live or on the telly and we're dreaming that could be us. And a lot of people think, well, I could do that. And then the following day they're eating a bag of crisps and drinking beer again. You think you can do it, you can do it. It doesn't matter what level you're at now. You can be as weak as Bambi. You know, these gyms are not places nowadays. You'll probably find one here and there, but they're not places that bully people. That old school methodology where you have to go into the gym and prove yourself, it's not there. We've moved along. Someone like Pete will take you into the gym. The physical training is really hard. Yes, you do have to have some kind of character and fire deep down in you. But where does a fire come from? A little tiny spark that gets lit and it grows. And that's how you can build a fighter from nothing. But someone like Pete, who's trained people for years and years, he can see these little sparks and he blows on it and turns it into a huge flaming raging fire. And you know, if you think you want to do it, just go down and try. What can you lose? And the funny thing is, you know, it's not until you get smashed in the face that you realise your jaw's not made of glass.
Yeah.
And the thing with people, it's oh my God, it's so violent. Well, is violence such a bad thing if it's used in the right way? There you go.
Well, fantastic way to interview. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll catch up with you soon.
We'll have a great night.
We'll have a great night.
See you later, fight fans.
Good man.